SA-10. Hello, I'm Tactical Pascal. Welcome to the channel. I hope this finds you all safe and well. This video is on the SA-10 Grumble and how to kill it in DCS world. The SA-10 is one of the most lethal surface-to-air missiles that you're going to come across in DCS world. So this video is going to cover a few tactics and techniques to destroy it and how to avoid it, because it will be very, very good at killing you. The SA-10 has a number of things that are going to pop up on your radar warning receiver. The first one will be the Big Bird search radar. No, not the big yellow thing from Sesame Street, but a honking great search radar. The next thing is going to be the clamshell, which will come up as CS. And if you're unlucky enough, you'll also see the SA-10 track radar coming to find you. So with its three-part system that includes the search radar, the tracking radar and the launchers, it's got an effective range of about 25 nautical miles and a ceiling of about 100,000 feet. It's very capable. The best way to defeat an SA-10 is to destroy the clamshell and flap lid tracking radars. It can detect you, but they're not going to be able to provide enough target resolution to launch on you. There is no point trying to evade the SA-10 at medium to high level. It's going to find you and it's going to kill you. The missiles travel at about Mach 6 and trying to run away from them isn't going to work. So what you need to do is dive for the deck and use terrain masking to cover your approach. And then if there's no embedded SAMs or AAA, you can do a pop-up attack, drop down and destroy the clamshell. Or if there is embedded AAA and SAM and manpads, then you need to be lower than a snake's belly and pop up at the last second, even using guns on the clamshell, and then burn off into the distance at low level and find another mountain to hide behind. You can always get together with some buddies in F-18s, Jeffs or 16s and then saturate the radar with harms. However, it's often embedded with SA-15s or SA-19 Tunguskas, and they're going to make short, sharp work of your harms, and then you've just fired them all off for no reason, and you're still at medium to high level, and that SA-10's getting hungry. So, easiest way, get low, get fast, and get in there, be brave. And without further ado, I'll demonstrate those procedures now. So here we are in the F5 heading out towards the SAM site. You can see there on the radar warning receiver that Big Bird has already got us locked up and the clamshell is there in search, and it's now handed off to the clamshell, so the target and radar has taken over. So up ahead somewhere is an SA-10 site. Now this one has no embedded AAA or other SAM sites with it. It's just the SA-10, it's launched, so I'm looking ahead. It's right in front of me is the launch, so I'm going to roll over, dive down to the ground, get behind some mountains and terrain mask. Now, supposing you have to go low enough to get behind your neighbour's shed, that's what you need to do. So, 2 missiles have been fired, but both of them are now defeated because I'm below that ridge line and the SA-10 can no longer see me. So what I'm going to do is speed up, get my profile and get my aircraft nice and happy at the low level, checking the fuel, checking all the gauges. The weapons are armed, so I've got 2 bombs ready to go in on the target. So I'm going to stay low over the ridge. I could be a little higher than I am now, but I want to check the handling at this level. Always look behind for any MiGs. Nothing there. So our radar's on. We don't actually need the radar on, but it's force of habit in the F5 to have it on. So I've just put the bombs on a slight interval there as they drop, but I left it on bomb and I didn't put it to ripple. And I'm actually selecting the correct stations that the bombs are on, because I had rocket selected and I want to drop bombs on this one. The plan is to fly in low level towards the SAM, and pop up, dive in towards release, and hopefully take out the clamshell. If we can get the flat face as well, brilliant. If not, just the clamshell is going to be fine. I'm not bothered about the big bird. That's me just adjusting the fuel, because I noticed when I started the mission the left tank was still a little bit low. So we're getting close to the SA-10 set. I'm just looking down the ridgeline thinking, alright, which ridge do I want to fly down and then go low. So I'm going to go another set of ridges over. I'll just crest over the top of here. I'll get a little look to see where the SA-10 is, see if it picks me up. But I'm going to stay quite close to the saddle as I go over here. So I'm low enough. I've still not been picked up by the SA-10. So I'm going to roll. Nothing yet. So I'm essentially on top of a little plateau here, heading towards the SAM site's position. Again, watching the speed. We're doing decimal 85. It's going to require some quite gentle inputs on the stick as we go around. So I'm going to follow this ridge way down. I'm not heading towards the target now. I'm putting off to my left by about 90 degrees as I continue down. Nothing on the RWR yet. So I've terrain masked quite well. Now we're in open territory. Nothing yet. There it is. So big bird's picked me up again. So I'm tracking, but I'm hoping to stay low enough that the actual launch radars will not be able to get me. So I'm getting low, looking up. There's the SAM site over there, banking hard left. I'm staying low, just skimming the tops of these cacti and trees. Popping up 45 degrees up to the right, bank hard over left, look for the target, flight path over where I want to go, correct a little bit, rolling inbound now. I'm too close to the SA-10 to launch on me, so looking for man pads, pickle the bombs away, and then that should be the clamshell destroyed. That's the low level pass when there are no other targets to engage you, so no man pads, so it's nice and easy. We'll do one now with embedded SAM in AAA. We've had the same thing happen. We've been flying towards the target. The SA-10 launched at us, so we dove down. Now this time we will treat it as if there will be SAMs in AAA. Let's say, for example, another flight was picked up by an SA-15 or something like that, or an SA-19. So we're just going to stay low. Again, we're analysing where we want to pitch in, so we'll go a slightly different route this time. And this time on the way inbound to the target, I want to stay as low as I can, popping up at the last second just to release the weapons. I'm not bothered about taking out the launchers. I'm not bothered about the big bird. I know they're big targets, but that's not my priority. My priority is the clamshell, and if I can, the flap lid. I know I said flat face earlier, flap lid. So we're still low. Big bird's picked me up again, the search radar, but none of the tracking radars have got me. So importantly, they can't track where I am. I'm so low they can't track me, so I've dropped off. Now picked me back up. That's not long enough for them to get a solution. We're getting close. We can see other targets in the area, so I'm staying even lower than I was last time. This time, instead of pulling up and doing a little roll in, I'm going to stay low and just engage that tower that's sticking up. That's the clamshell right in front of me in the so pickle bombs away. Flares, flaring away. Bombs didn't hit, but that's how we do the attack. So we're now engaged away. There's a missile out, dodged, and then we dive and run home for tea and biscuits. In the second example there, I was flying against an SA-10, some SA-8s, and an SA-15 with AAA. I managed to dodge a missile. That's just with simple flares and an evasive manoeuvre as I fly over. If you're flying something more suited to the task, like a 16 with CBUs or a Harrier, then you're going to be able to take out that entire site. All you need to do is get within weapons range. And of course you can use Mavericks and things like that, but if all you've got is a little F5, that's all you need to do. Stay low, fly fast, be brave. Don't forget to click that like and subscribe button. Every view and every new subscriber we get is going to make this community grow, and then we'll have more great tutorials for you. Until next time, Tactical Pascale, out!